Hello everyone. Welcome to the virtual class of Learning Cow Theory. In previous sessions, we have discussed simple questions based on doubling method, that is also known as application of learning curve using multiple trial methods. Today, in this session, I would like to discuss one of the most important concept of the chapter. It is all about learning curve theory equation method. Let us understand the question first. Before learning the practical problem of learning curve theory equation method, it is necessary for us to understand the factors or variables incorporated in the equation. For the calculation of total time taken to produce certain number of units, we have to use an equation, and the equation is available on your screen. You can easily check that four factors are incorporated in the equation. First factor is y equals to a multiplied by x raised to minus b. Let us understand meaning of all four variables that we have used in this formula. Y equals to average time taken to produce number of units. It means if we want to calculate average time taken to produce 10 units, we have to use y equals to average time taken for 10 units. You can calculate for any number of units, and it was a limitation of earlier method, because in earlier method we can calculate for fixed number of units that is available to us in the sequence of double. But in equation method, we can calculate for any odd number of units of production. So the first element is y. Y stands for average time taken to produce number of units. Here we can put x number of units, x for unknown number of production units. That we will decide on the basis of the question. Then second factor A equals to time taken to produce first unit of production. Then X, total numbers of production units. So if you want to calculate for 10 units, the value of X equals to 10. If you want to calculate for 1000 units, value of X become 1000. So for any desired number of production units, we can easily calculate average time taken, that is Y. And last factor, that is a B. B is learning coefficient. On the basis of the application of learning curve, it may be 80%, 70%, 60%, 90%, as we discussed in earlier sessions. For these application of learning curve, what is a learning coefficient? Either this information is given to us or we can calculate using the formula given over here. So in this formula, we have four factors, and examiner may provide us information in such a way so as three variables are given to us, and using this formula we have to calculate the fourth one. One more important item. For the solution of equation method, we are in need of logarithms, that is a log table, because we have to check value of log and anti-logs. After discussion of the equation. Let us move to the first practical question in order to understand application of this equation. From the following informations, find learning coefficient, that is value of B. Average time taken per unit when 6 units are produced. Total time taken for 6 units and time taken to produce 6th unit. Here we have to calculate average time when the company has manufactured 6 units. So average time represent time per unit. Then total time taken for the manufacturing of 6 units and time taken to produce exact 6th unit. So in this equation, I have incorporated 3 different questions in order to clear your ideas. As a part of our equation, the examiner has provided us information related to time taken to produce first unit. It is 45 minutes and time taken to produce second unit 27 minutes. Here we can easily say that a learning curve is working in the case of the production of this product, because for the manufacturing of first unit we have taken 45 minutes, while for the manufacturing of second unit we have taken only 27 minutes. It means the effective time of manufacturing decreased in case of second unit, and when the time decreases, it means learning curve is applicable to the production. Now, with the help of given information, we have to answer all 4 questions: learning coefficient, average time taken per unit when 6 units are produced, total time taken for 6 units, and time taken to produce 6th unit. Let us move to the solution. For the purpose of a solution, we have to calculate average time taken to produce 2 units. In our question, it is clearly mentioned that for the manufacturing of first unit of the product, we are in need of 45 minutes. For the manufacturing of second unit of the product, we are in need of 27 minutes. It means average time taken to produce 2 units of the product, 45 plus 27 divided by 2. So average time taken per unit when we are manufacturing 2 units, 36 minutes per unit. Or you can understand in a different term. For the purpose of making first unit, we have taken 45 minutes. For the purpose of making second unit of the output, we have taken 27 minutes. It means for the purpose of manufacturing 2 units of output, we have taken time of 72 minutes. It means that the average time taken per unit is equal to 36 minutes. So this information is highly useful to us in order to understand the effect of learning curve. Now, on the basis of that, decide the variables. Why? Average time taken to produce 2 units. Right now we have information of 2 units. So average time taken to produce 2 units, 36 minutes. Then A, time taken to produce first unit of the product. For the manufacturing of first unit of the product, we have taken 45 minutes. So A equals to 45 minutes. X, total numbers of production units. In the given case, we have produced only 2 units. So total numbers of production units are 2. And B, that is a learning coefficient. learning curve is applicable, but what is learning coefficient, it is not given to us. That we need to calculate using the formula. Simply, out of the four factors, we have information of y, a and x. So we can easily calculate value of b with the help of application of the formula. Let us calculate. Number 1, calculation of learning coefficient. Y, average time taken to produce 2 units, 36 minutes. A, time taken to produce first unit of the product, 45 minutes. X, total number of production units, 2 units. Mind well, at the time of application of the formula, it is necessary to match these two items. Here, average time taken to produce 2 units are given as 36 minutes. And we have produced 2 units over here. So, we need to make sure that these two items are equal. And B, that is a learning coefficient. It is not given to us. Now, insert the formula y equals to a multiplied by x raised to minus b. Value of y is equal to 36 is equal to 45 multiplied by x 2 raised to minus b, because learning coefficient is unknown for this question. If it is unknown in any question, it is necessary for us to calculate learning coefficient at first priority, because without calculation of learning coefficient, it is not possible to answer any other questions. So always be clear in your idea. If learning coefficient is given to us in the question, it is okay. If it is not given, it is our first priority to calculate learning coefficient. Now, for the solution of this equation, we are in need of log. Log 36 equals to log 45 raised to minus b. Now comes to multiplication. Minus b log 2. Now check the values in the log table and insert in the formula. 36, so 2 digits are there. 45, again 2 digits are there, and 2, it is a 1 digit. So we need to check 36 into 0. So value of log is 1.5563. 36, so 2 digits. So we need to deduct 1 digit in order to consider the prefix. 1.36 into 0. So 5563 will be available to you from your log table. 45, again a 2 digit, 2 minus 1 equals to 1. And 45 into 0, the value of log is 6532 minus b. b is unknown. Log 2. 2 means only 1 digit. 1 minus 1 equals to 0. And 2. Technically 2 is not available to us in a log table. So when only 1 digit is given, we need to add 1 0 from our end to consider the log value. So these 2 is considered as 20. So 20 into 0. So value of log is 0.3010. Without the help of log, it is not possible to calculate equation method. B, change the side. Minus b into 3010 shifted to the opposite side. So it is b multiplied by 0.3010. And this 1.5563 shifted to the right hand side. So 1.6532 minus 1.5563. It is a simple mathematical operation that we need to do in order to calculate missing value of B. Now B multiplied by 0.3010 is equal to 0.969. This 0.969 is nothing more than a difference of 1.6532 minus 1.5563. So it is 0.969. Now change the side of 0.3010. At present it is in a multiplication. So when you change the side, it is in a division. B is equal to 0.969 divided by 0.3010, and value of B will be available to us, and it is 0.3219. This 0.3219 is known as learning coefficient, and this learning coefficient is applicable in rest of all other calculations. After calculation of learning coefficient, that is value of B, let us move to the next question. As a part of the solution, we have to calculate average time taken per unit when the company has produced 6 units. Same formula, so we need to decide the factors. Average time taken to produce 6 units. We don't know average time taken to produce 6 units. So it is a question mark. We need to calculate. A. Time taken to produce a first unit, it is remains same, 45 minutes. Total number of production units 6. Just check it. Here we need to produce 6 units, and here the average time taken is also 6 units. Learning coefficient 0.3219, that we have completed just before a moment. Now it is very simple. The formula is y is equal to a multiplied by x raised to b. Simply enter the value in the formula. Now value of y is missing, so log y is equal to a 45 multiplied by x, number of units to be produced 6, and learning coefficient, that is b, 0.3219. as a part of the formula it is a minus 0.3219 because the effective time get reduced, and that is why it is decreased or minus. Now insert the value of log. Log y is equal to log 45 minus 0.3219 log 6. Check the value of log in the log table. 45, 2 digits. So 1.6532 from the log table. 0.3219, it is a multiplier, so we need not to check log of this. And log 6, it is again 1 digit, so 1 minus 1 equals to 0. And it is a 6, only 1 digit. So 6000, or you can say 60. So we need to check value of 60 into 00, and it is 0.7782. Log y equals to 1.6532 and 0.2505. This 0.2505 is nothing more than a multiplication of 0.3219 and 0.7782. You can multiply at your own and check it. The difference is log y is equal to 1.4027. Now in order to end, we need to check the result of this final value into anti-log. So check the anti-log of 1.4027. How to check? We need to check anti-log of this 40 into 2 and mean difference is 7. So 40 into 2 and 7 is equal to 2527. Now in this 2527 prefix is 1. So 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So we need to put decimal after 2 digits. So the result is y is equal to 25.27. It is most important for all of you to have basic knowledge of logarithmic table and how to check log and anti-log in order to solve the problem. After calculation of average time taken per unit when 6 units are produced, so you can say average time taken per unit when 6 units are produced 25.27 minutes per unit. Now third question is all about total time taken to produce 6 units. So it is very simple. As per our calculation, average time taken to produce 6 units is equal to 25.27 minutes. So total time would be 6 units produced by the company. The average time taken per unit 25.27 minutes. So total time taken to produce 6 units 151.62 minutes. After calculation of total time taken to produce 6 units, let us move to the most important calculation of this problem. It is all about total time taken to produce 6th unit. So we need to calculate only for 6th unit. We don't want for 6 units. Total time taken for 6 units means time taken to produce unit number 1 to 6. And time taken to produce 6th unit means exact number 6 unit of production. It is very simple. And for this simple calculation, we need to use our logic. Total time taken for 6 units that we have completed just before a few minutes, 151.62 minutes. And total time taken for 5 units that we don't know. But for the requirement of this question, we need to calculate total time taken for 5 units. And you can easily judge that total time taken for 5 units and total time taken for 6 units. So the difference between total time taken for 5 units and 6 units is referred to as total time taken for 6th unit. Here total time taken for 6 units are already completed by us. So we need not to calculate it again. But suppose it is given by the examiner that total time taken to produce a 10th unit of production. It means we need to calculate total time taken for 10 units and total time taken for 9 units. So it will increase your work. But here out of these two, one is ready made. So we need to calculate total time taken to produce 5 units. And it is very simple, nothing more than a repetition of the process. So let us calculate total time taken when 5 units are produced. First of all, we need to calculate average time per unit to produce 5 units that we don't know. A, time taken to produce first unit of the output 45 minutes. X, total number of production units 5. And B is equal to learning coefficient 0.3219. the learning coefficient that we have computed at the first stage of solution is highly useful to us in each and every solution. Let us insert the formula and values in the formula. Y is equal to 45 multiplied by 5 minus 0.3219. Without logarithm, it is not possible to solve the problem. So log y equals to log 45 minus 0.3219 multiplied by log 5. Log 45, it is repetition, nothing more than that. 1.6532. Here the value is given in a single digit, so 5. So it is 0. 1 minus 1 equals to 0 digit. 3219, and the log value is 6990. So you can say that the value of 5 is referred to as 50 for logarithmic table, and in a logarithmic table we need to check value of first two digit into third and fourth. This is known as a mean difference, but right now there is no issue of checking the mean difference because only one number is given. So value of 5, it's a one digit, so 1 minus 1 equals to 0, and 50 into 0, the value of log is 0.6990. Again I repeat, it is necessary to have skill to check in the logarithmic table. Log y is equal to 1.6532 minus 0.2250. This 0.2250 is nothing more than multiplication of these two numbers. 0.3219 multiplied by 0.6990. Then log y 1.4282. This 1.4282 is the difference of 1.6532 minus 0.2250, and in order to conclude we need to check antilog of 1.4282. It means we need to check antilog of 42 into 8, and mean difference is 2. Check the value in antilog and you will get the result as 2680. Here we have 1 as a prefix, so 1 plus 1 equals to 2, so we need to enter point decimal after 2 digit. So we can say that the result is y equals to 26.80. It means when we produce 5 units of the product, average time will be 26.8 minutes. Now using this information, we need to calculate total time taken to produce 5 units. As per our calculation, we are in need of 26.8 minutes per unit, and for the manufacturing of 5 units, we are in need of total time of 134 minutes. Now, in this way, we have to calculate for total time taken for 6th unit. Total time taken for 6 units 151.62 minutes. Total time taken for 5 units 134 minutes. So this kind of exercise is required when we need to calculate exact time taken for 5th unit or 6th unit or 7th unit or 8th unit or 20th unit or 100th unit, whatever it is. But when we need to calculate for exact number of unit, we need to calculate in this way. So total time taken for exact sixth unit is 17.62 minutes. In earlier method, this kind of perfection was not possible, and that is why scientific method, equation method has been developed by the experts in order to make it more perfect. For the purpose of better understanding, I request all of you to watch this video twice or thrice so as you can easily understand the calculation. One more important instructions for all of you. Try to check log tables more and more, because without help of log table it is not possible to solve any problem of equation method. I hope all of you are clear with the solution of this problem. Thank you. God bless you. Keep watching the next sessions.